Hey guys, and welcome to our review for Red Sparrow, directed by Francis Lawrence, starring Jennifer Lawrence, Joel Edgerton, Matthias Schoenaerts, Jeremy Irons, and Charlotte Rampling. My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here by Tim McGavick.
That was quite the pronunciation.
That was beautiful, man.
Thanks, guys.
Matthias.
And Adam Frady.
Just happy to be here. Just ready to get going.
Glad you could join us.
Classic spy movie. Get hype. I know that's the type of thing someone on our podcast would love to review.
Love spy movies.
Yeah, female-led spy thriller.
Here he is again.
He's dead, so...
Well, Tim, can you give us a little synopsis
Oh, I suppose I could.
for the viewers for Red Sparrow?
Please,
When a Russian ballerina suffers a career-ending injury, she is coerced into joining the Sparrows, a secret military program that teaches young men and women to weaponize their bodies.
Weaponized.
Saucy.
Quite saucy.
Oh, there's sauce.
Well, Tim, let's start with
Yeah.
you then.
Oh, shit.
What did you think of Red Sparrow?
This movie
Uh-oh.
is
He did it.
so average.
Oh!
There's some things I really liked about it. I will say that.
High highs?
There's some pretty high highs in it.
Low lows?
But it's fairly predictable, overly long. They could have cut like 20, 30 minutes out of this for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just kind of like... I guess we have to get into it in spoilers, but... Yeah, there's just a plot point that isn't... It's not even a plot point, it's like basically the main plot of the movie is like not a surprise, or like... It's what I can't really explain it.
Right.
Like, the Sparrow thing is, like, barely used, I find.
Right.
He goes to school, and then something happens, and then you pretty much, like, don't see that whole aspect of the movie again, I find.
Yeah, that's a good point,
Yeah.
actually. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So it was very average to
What
you.
you mean.
It's average, yeah. Like, it's not terrible. The RT score isn't great on it.
It's divisive. It's at 50.
But the performances are good. Like, J-Law is good. Joel's great. I love Joel in pretty much anything.
Spoiler alert, he was fucking great.
But yeah, it kind of bothered me again that they just don't use Russian actors or something.
They gotta sell tickets, though.
Like,
They
don't
gotta... I don't know.
I don't know, something.
Apparently
Yeah,
Francis
tough.
Lawrence only does Jennifer Lawrence movies. So
Yeah.
Lately, yeah.
4 in a row.
Adam, what do you think?
I enjoyed Red Sparrow. I thought it was good. I don't entirely disagree with you. It's not amazing.
No.
I think the problem was probably the length, like 2:20 was it?
That's long.
Like I felt a drag in the middle. I was like, okay, if you shave 20 minutes off this, I think it would be much more concise. But considering I didn't really have any interest in it, like I wasn't like hyped for it. I was like, yeah, I enjoyed it. Like it's a good movie for sure. Was shocked at how brutal it was. Did not know there was going to be a lot of nudity and intense torturing and gore.
Yeah,
and, like,
there's some intense.
I saw that,
scenes.
like,
fucked up violence.
in you, that you were shocked by it.
No, yeah.
You had
Yeah,
some
we
fun
saw it.
reactions.
Were you like visibly like?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was fucked. Like, I was like
Some
speechless.
scenes, yeah.
I guess we can get into it in spoilers. I don't even know if it's spoiler, but there's some. Let's just say there might be some skin peeling that happens that I was beside myself over. Yeah, I thought like all the action was good. I thought the story was good. It was just, yeah, I guess I'm with you. It was just kind of good. It wasn't like mind blowing.
No, yeah.
It did bother me a little bit, the Russian accents and the wavering of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Charlotte Rampling, the lady who ran the Sparrow program, sometimes had
Say
an
it.
accent, sometimes didn't.
Sometimes not.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, she's just going with her natural British. That's fine. Oh, okay. Nope.
Nope.
I guess she is Russian.
It's
Oh,
British.
nope. She's British again. Like, that was fucked. Jeremy Irons.
Pretty much.
Are you British or are you Russian?
He tried. He kind of like hit it.
Yeah.
He hit it, but he didn't have enough Russian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I thought
think
Matthias
J-Lo
was great.
fine.
Yeah, Matthias Schoenaerts, who...
Is he not Russian?
No, he's
No,
German.
German.
Oh, really?
Or he's just not Russian.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's German.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's great.
He's good.
But he's not Russian.
Well,
Still,
fooled me. I literally thought he was Russian.
Yeah.
So
he's great.
I thought J-Lo
Are
was
there many
good
Russian...
enough.
Are there many Russian
Actors?
actors and actresses?
Wasn't aware of. I mean,
Like,
at least
name
not
one
that
Ru-
are in American-made
Like,
movies.
name one. I don't.
I'm
Apologies to any Russian actors or actresses out there, but I just can't think of any off the top of my head.
There's that guy from Stalker.
There you
That's
go.
I mean that's
Woody
Stalker.
Harrelson.
Though.
Russian film, though,
That's
yeah.
a Russian.
No, yeah, I can't think of any like mainstream Russian actors.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
Take the floor, host.
I liked it. I didn't love it. I did
Glowing.
think it was a little predictable, like you said, Tim. I sort of could see the way it was going, and I definitely felt it drag. There's a whole sequence like at the hotel, where they go to the hotel. And there's this whole thing there.
Yep.
I don't want to.
With Mary Louise Parker?
Yeah, I don't know. I just that could probably get cut out. I mean, they could have cut a lot out. And I agree with the statement about the Red Sparrow thing. I wish they delved more into that. Because to me, that was the most interesting aspect.
Yeah.
The training.
Yeah.
She's in the school for
it's
about
true.
20 minutes, and then she uses the skills that she learns like
Couple
once
times.
or
A couple
twice,
times.
and
I mean-
then nothing after that. So I'm like, you just spent like the first hour of your movie setting this up, and then it's not used.
Yeah.
It should have been used more,
Yeah.
I don't know, effectively in the film. Like,
Yeah.
it could have been more of a focus. But for some reason, it was sort of in the background
Yeah.
for it. And it wasn't the main focus. And, it kind of got weird at the end. I could see the twist coming, like, of what was... I didn't know exactly what was going to happen, but I just knew something was going to happen there. And
It does the big, like, showing you everything you've already seen again,
Yeah.
but now you know the twist, so you're like, oh.
Right.
It's like the whole recontextualizing kind of thing. Yeah, it just felt like... I felt like a director being like, I'm going to go out and make my spy movie, and it just wasn't that inspired. It was...
Yeah.
I like the idea, like a Russian POV was cool, and I like that this guy is like the Hunger Games guy, like studio guy,
Yeah.
being like, fuck you, I'm gonna make a super visceral, intense, gory movie. Like, the
Yeah.
violence was pretty intense, man.
It
Like,
was.
when she's getting cracked with that, like, billy club,
Yeah.
with the towels. Just no cutaway, one straight shot across the face. I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
Like, all the torture sequences, like, I could tell some people in the audience were, like, physically...
There's like a couple like older people that were in my audience. There's one like grandma
not
was
okay
like
with that.
ahead of me. I'm like, you can't be enjoying this.
And I feel like,
She's, like, screaming, like, it would cut there, like...
yeah,
like
I just feel like young girls are gonna be going, like 15-year-olds.
Yes,
thinking,
there was
like,
a couple of those.
Right?
Yes.
Like Katniss, J-Law, yeah.
Oh my
Nope.
God.
Get wrecked. Yeah.
Yeah, some intense, like, rape scenes.
Which I appreciate.
And physical violence. There's one sequence where there's sort of a knife fight going on. I thought that was great.
That was
Yeah.
unreal.
That was probably my favorite scene in the film.
It's the one
ju-
that sticks out.
Just how visceral it was.
Yeah.
And how realistic it felt, you know?
You're just like, oh, no, oh.
It wasn't this Hollywood version where, like, they're, like,
Yeah.
dodging and, like, Wing Chun.
No, they
like,
pretty much
and, like,
hit each other like
catching-
every time.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to stop from getting cut and they just get slashed like hard with the knife.
Ah.
Yeah.
Like you're getting sliced open.
Like in other films you would have seen like the knife like come like this and it like hits your arm and
Yeah.
like they block it somehow.
And then you jump
Yeah.
back and their shirt just gets hit and they're fine, but no, it's just like
Yeah.
slicing across the
Frying pan.
stomach, arms just getting cut open. I'm
More
like,
so like
oh, what?
someone with a knife. Like I even watched a film recently that there was a knife fight and I just thought about like how you would get slashed.
So many times.
You would get slashed up with
Yeah.
that person had a knife. Why would they like hit and or try and you have a knife and they try and like punch them or kick them or something? It's like no, you have a knife. You would slash them,
Yeah.
and it was very realistic, and I love that scene.
I thought it would be I didn't expect the movie. I thought it'd be watered down. Like, I thought
I
for
thought that too,
sure
yeah.
in that scene we're gonna get the Jason Bourne like magazine, or like grab the frying pan like ding ding ding, like some way of. But nope, people are getting
very
like
violent
sliced.
end for that person.
Yeah.
I guess shame.
Again, intense and brutal. Jesus.
But overall,
Jesus.
I did like Jennifer Lawrence. I thought she was great. Although
Mhm.
again with the accents, it's like it throws me off a little
Wasn't
bit.
great.
I didn't love it.
I thought hers was the best out of
Yeah.
everyone. That's not saying much. 'Cause
Or
everyone's was
her,
bad.
or Matthias?
Matthias.
Yeah.
Matthias?
I guess I'm not counting him yet. True.
but he's more.
He's closer because he's European
Yeah.
already. I feel like so it's
Yeah.
like not as big a leap
Yeah,
from like an American
he's
accent.
bilingual for sure.
Yeah,
Multiple languages. Joel Edgerton was great.
Loved him.
yeah. I haven't talked about him. He was so good. It wasn't like
He's
super
just,
flashy.
It was just solid. Just
Yeah.
a solid performance.
Talking about accents, accent hiding, like the Australian was just not there whatsoever.
Non-existent,
Yeah, it was perfect.
I'm huge on accent hiding. I thought he was amazing
For sure.
in that, like not a slip.
Well, shall we give our ratings and we can get into some spoiler talk?
I'm
I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna say heavy 3.
just
I think it's a heavy 3.
Just a little-
just a solid,
little movie,
decent thriller.
fun little movie.
Had its faults, decent though.
5 by
3.
Ooh,
I was gonna go like 3, but 3.
I can
Why?
see that from
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
heavy 3 for moi. Like Scott, I just thought it was pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked it. Actually, yeah, I liked it. Heavy 3. Yeah,
Alright.
get off my fucking back.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
love it.
It's fine. Okay. Well, fair warning: if you haven't seen Red
Stark.
Sparrow, we're gonna discuss some spoilers. So go out, watch it, pause the video, get back to us. You've been warned.
Yeah.
Is there anything specific you guys want to mention?
Definitely the pace is for me one thing.
Mm.
I went to the washroom at one point, and I was looking at my watch. I was like, "Oh, I should hold it because the movie's probably gonna be done in like 20 minutes." But I was like, they have a lot to wrap up in 20 minutes. So I was like, no, I'll just go to the washroom. When I was out there, I looked at my watch. I was like, holy fuck, this thing's only been on for an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh,
I have
that's
another
brutal.
hour still. I
That's
was like,
brutal. Oh,
Get
God.
wrecked.
ugh. And that was just before like the whole Mary Louise Parker side story thing was happening. I was just like,
Which, can we talk about her performance and her character? How
was she actually
cringe.
drunk? Was she actually drunk on set? Because
I think Francis Lawrence was drunk when he was telling her to be so goofy.
she did not fit.
It was out of place.
very out of
Yeah.
place.
Like
Even-
an attempt at humor, I guess.
Even the ending of her character, I kind of chuckled
Oh.
at.
Yeah.
Yeah, gets eviscerated.
So weird.
Like what? What movie is this? Like,
Yeah, so you have what's her name?
Mary Louise Parker.
Mary Louise Parker doing this goofy drunk role of like, what is she?
She was like secretary of something.
yeah,
So she had like files, and then I don't know.
convoluted.
She's selling files like to the other Russian roommate,
Yeah,
and then just gets hit by a bus. Fuck,
it was bizarre.
I think that's
really weird.
might have been the problem with the pacing because it was such. It was taking itself so seriously. There's no levity in this movie whatsoever. Like no fun. It was a pretty crushing, like dark movie.
Yeah,
Probably maybe could have used some levity to like
which they
break up.
tried. They tried to do with her character, but
Did
It
not work.
was just stuck out like a sore thumb. Like it was so.
It was very, very cringe.
It didn't blend. It was just like, movie comes to a screeching halt. We're gonna do this goofy, funny piece, and then jump back out into like dark.
jarringly with that car.
Yeah. Like,
Basically.
what the fuck?
What do you guys think of the twist that Jeremy Irons is the informant, but also
Ooh.
double twist in that she doesn't give him up like he thought she would.
I like that twist. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't like. I thought his reveal was a bit of a wet noodle. It was just like he walks
What?
up,
There's no setup. Like, oh, what? He's the informant. What?
like
Yeah.
literally just dropped on you. Hey, I'm the informant.
Yeah.
So-
It's like, why are you telling me this?
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Why didn't he just stay hidden?
Yeah.
Because she would have never found him.
No,
Yeah,
they had no idea. Like she wasn't even close. That wasn't even like her mission. A mission at that point.
Yeah.
I guess he obviously saw the potential in doing what he wanted to do, like making her. So he knew he had to tell her, and like kind of Emperor, like Lord Vader, her.
Yeah.
But I did like the double twist of her throwing her uncle under the bus,
Right.
which I mean, that ancestral kiss, though, it was
Oof.
pretty
That
awkward.
was weird. Not a fan of that.
Can someone explain that to me? Like, what the motivations might have been?
I don't know.
I think he just had this weird.
I think she was like trying to get
Attraction
into his
to her?
head. She was trying to get into his head a little bit as well.
She got in his head all right. Her tongue got in his head.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
I'm like,
Also, their age feels like similar.
yeah,
Yeah,
not
when
far.
she's like uncle, I was like,
Uncle, what? You
she
mean
was probably
brother?
like 4 or 5 years older.
You mean
than me.
cousin?
I think her boyfriend Darren Aronofsky is like 50.
Well,
So
yeah. I don't. They're not still together.
Well,
No.
they were together. So like, it's just weird to see. Like they look pretty close.
Yeah, he looks like 35 or something.
Yeah.
Like what?
Ew.
Bizarre. Was there anything else specific you guys?
That strangulation when the guy was on top of her was
Fucked.
insane.
Yeah.
That's when the movie like shit hit the fan. I was like,
Oh, that first murder.
Yeah.
yeah,
on
when
the
that
bed,
guy looked
yeah.
so gangster too. I like that guy.
That was creepy, man.
Yeah, with the motorcycle
Take off
helmet.
your dress.
I love that scene actually. How it like pans to the open window. It reminded me of like Batman or something. She's like, notices the window's open, and then
All of a sudden, just
the guy just gets fucking, and the blood's
I
like,
think they use a different shot than in the trailer. In the trailer, you see that side shot of him over top of her, and you see his head like snap back
really
in the trailer.
I remember that.
I didn't see it in the movie.
No.
It's from that scene, but they used a different shot of him like looking at her like directly, like POV shot.
I will say the torture
very
scene with Joel is pretty gross.
How can we not talk
Where he's,
about
like,
that? Gold membering,
Pulling skin off,
plates?
yeah, and then like just playing with it. He's just like,
Oh my
Gross.
God.
Very gross. I did think all those torture scenes were pretty fucked up. Like the one when the woman showed Jennifer Lawrence the video of, which I actually thought was used that term, but a little bit of a wet noodle of what was this character?
her boss or her stage
Yeah,
manager?
her boss that got shot in the head.
Yeah.
She's like, "What? You're just gonna show it on a video like that?" It was a bit like, "Oh," and then she just straight away she's very good at hiding her lies.
Yeah.
Like she would fool a lie detector for sure.
Mm-hmm. Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah,
for sure.
which I wish they did more of that thing with the whole Red Sparrow and that aspect.
So I'm
of
saying,
her.
yeah, they abandoned that. Like it seemed like she got found out pretty quick by Joel.
Yeah.
Like, was that her main goal? Was to get found out immediately? I think it was because she gave her real name at the pool.
Yeah.
So I guess her plan was to get out of Russia at some point.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
guess. It was kind of weird to know
Just-
her intentions.
Yeah.
Well, it was-
It's just the way she played her cards.
I just want to make the connection because of like the callback at the end where he calls her and he plays her the song from her dance or whatever. So I guess she wanted to both save her mother and, let him know that she actually does like love him.
Do you think she actually cares about him?
I think so.
Yeah, I
so.
would
think
say she
so?
cared about Joel.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's always hard. It's hard to tell. It's like, is she just
It is.
playing him or what?
Which I like that aspect. Like even when he was getting skin graft, I was like, fuck, is she like she takes it and starts doing it to his leg? I was like,
The second she
She's
did
gonna
that, I was like,
kill him?
she's just acting. For
Yeah.
sure. I didn't believe that she was
did you
legitimately.
what did you think when she walked out of the room? Like before she grabbed the thing from him, did you think maybe she was okay with killing Joel Edgerton? And was gonna
No,
be a
I
twist?
never thought she would.
You thought she was always on his
I
side?
thought she's like, fuck, I have to prove to this assassin guy
Yeah.
that I'm willing to fuck Joel Edgerton up
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and be on his side. And the only way to prove that is to do something to Joel Edgerton. That's fucked.
Take some thigh meat.
So she grasps some.
Ooh.
Thick
I hope
meat.
it was thigh. I mean,
Oh, was it? You saw
it was
the
a
little
wiener skin.
slice on his leg after.
Take a mantle into that. Yeah. Anything else specific?
Fatal Flaw was probably what you guys said. Felt like two movies matched in one. Like they skipped over the training to get to the mission, I guess.
There was a lot of interesting things happening there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
sort of
bizarre tactics.
absolutely.
And she's only in the class for like 3 months, and then
Struggling.
they decided to put her on this mission. I'm like, no. She's
like
clearly not
time
ready.
felt like it passed quickly
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Like there was like what 3 months has already passed. Like what,
I feel like you've been here for like a couple days.
just the audacity for their training methods to there's this attempted rape on her and she attacks her attacker.
Yeah.
And then they
Fucks
just
him up.
bring her to the front of the class. And
That scene was cringe.
they just they just get the
By design.
Yeah,
The
it was so
rapist guy.
uncomfortable. I was just like,
One of the most uncomfortable things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it was fucked.
I felt like it was one of those scenes where like I'm like, there's women in this audience. I feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they're furious.
Yeah, it was a little.
It was very
bizarre.
rapey.
Yeah,
Very rapey. movie.
exceptionally rapey.
yeah,
Although
comes
she
out
took
on top.
control.
Yeah,
She took control of the
yeah.
situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in a shocking
Yeah,
manner.
Sure did.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
Well, I think that'll do it for our review of Red Sparrow. Tim,
Masterpiece.
where can people find us?
People can find us on Twitter at UpRealLates. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at UpRealLate Podcast. You can find me personally on Letterboxd at UpRealTim and on Instagram at TheCraftPundit.
You can find me, Adam, on Twitter at Franny25 and Instagram and Letterboxd at UpRealAdam.
You can find myself, Scott, on Letterboxd at UpRealScott. And yeah, guys, if you enjoy this video, leave a like on it. Leave a comment below in the comment section. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, keep it real.